there's things obviously in Islam that we can like, don't steal, don't.
What don't you like?
But the things I don't like are, for instance, homosexuals. That's a problem.
What's the problem? What you've got to remember about Islam, it's all about protecting society from the individual and protecting the individual from the society and protecting the individual from themselves.
What someone else does to someone else's backside of their house, I just don't really care.
All right, do you care if a brother has sex with his brother? I'll make it easy for you. You know this Brunei thing? Do you know what they've just outlawed?
Yeah.
Dogging.
There's homosexuals that are going to be rounded up and killed.
No, whoa. What are you talking about, homos? You can't be rounded up because you might walk a bit funny or talk a bit funny. You have to be having penetrative sex in public with 4 witnesses. Obviously you have to. It's my point of view, isn't it?
You're a Muslim, that's the way you see it.
Yeah, but I've not always been a Muslim, have I? Do you get me? So what do you believe anyway? You must be an atheist, isn't it?
The thing I struggle with is what you were saying about.
You come right at the end.
You get it.
He's been here an hour. What is your name? Sorry, I didn't even ask your name. Ken. Ken, how you doing, Ken? I want to say hello to Ken. I'm only joking, Andy.
Okay, no,
we can share the platform. It's not a problem, man.
This is what I think. Some of the things that are kind of in Islam that are good, like honour your parents and don't steal, don't lie, they tend to be, don't abuse alcohol. I would say they would be in just about any.
Well, in the 6th century. In the 6th century.
Well, yeah, but they're in Christianity as well.
What, in the 6th century?
Yeah. The
Really?
Commandments, yeah.
I thought there's no law in Christianity. Didn't Jesus abolish the law or something in Christianity?
That's the Jewish dietary laws.
Sorry?
That's the Jewish dietary laws. That's a different debate.
Well, he abolished the Jewish dietary laws.
That's what he was referring to. I think that's St. Paul you were quoting. That's what he was referring to.
Jesus abolished the Jewish dietary laws. Is that what he said?
That's what
for the Gentiles.
For the Gentiles.
No, but we're talking about laws of the land here. We're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. This is my.
Are you trying to defend the Christian stance here?
No.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Well, I don't mind.
No, my point here is this.
No, but you haven't heard my point.
Go on.
Which was, there's things obviously in Islam that we can like, don't steal, don't.
What don't you like?
But the things I don't like are, for instance, homosexuals. That's a problem.
What's the problem?
That you're not allowed to be a homosexual. It even says you should punish homosexuals. So
No. This is no. It's not punishing the homosexual. It's punishing sex in public.
Well, you can.
Well, there's no.
Work it as that.
No. What is that? Look.
All Muslims agree with you on that.
At what point?
Is that a common belief across, like, say, governing bodies in the Middle East?
So you're saying, right? So you're saying if 2 men have sex inside their house, is it anyone's business?
Well, it is in some countries. Yeah.
No, nobody's business.
But not all Muslims.
And if you accuse somebody of it, Brunei. And if you accuse somebody of it, you need to bring 4 witnesses, Muslim witnesses who are honest and trustworthy.
Clearly, if that's
you can and ah. Why did you do that?
I don't.
You don't agree with that?
Yeah, I don't agree.
Oh, so forgive me, Ken.
Yeah.
Why don't you agree with that?
Well, 2 points. One is not all Muslims see it that way, and if we're talking about the practicalities, that's
let's stick to let's stick to the teachings of Islam, because I don't care what Muslims do. I know Muslims drink alcohol. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing about the 4 witnesses that I always have a problem with is it seems almost silly.
Why?
In that, say you were committing adultery with someone.
Agreed.
And 3 guys walk in and see you.
4 witnesses.
No, but say only 3 come in.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Then you get off scot-free.
Yeah.
That seems too lenient.
Why?
Well, because you committed adultery.
Yeah. Yeah, but what's the punishment for adultery?
Death.
Right. So how could you be punished to death for doing adultery? It's being sex in public, isn't it?
Well, no.
See, what you got to remember about Islam, it's all about protecting society from the individual and protecting the individual from the society and protecting the individual from themselves. Yeah. So if two gay people, let's use that as an example, are doing what they're doing in their house is one thing, but to start promoting it to my children, that's what's prohibited.
What do you mean promoted?
Tell them it's okay. Because here's the problem you're going to have if you want to go.
What's wrong with it?
What do I think is wrong with it? I don't think, honestly, it's natural. I don't think the backside was made for that job.
Let's put it this way. I mean, here's where I would come from.
Okay.
What someone else does to someone else's backside in their house, I mean, I just don't really care.
All right. Do you care if a brother has sex with his brother?
No.
So it's okay.
I mean, it's not. It doesn't change my life.
No. So you wouldn't have a
I can't see any effect.
So you don't have a problem with a brother having sex with his brother or a father having sex with his son?
I mean, I think it's disgusting.
Oh, you think it's disgusting now? Why?
I personally think it's disgusting. I would never do it myself.
What about homosexuals? Is that disgusting?
Because it doesn't appeal to me.
No. I'm not asking whether you would do it. I'm asking you. You just said one thing. You just said what a man does with another man's backside is none of your business.
That's right.
Right. But then when I said about a father having sex with his son, now you're saying it's disgusting.
It is disgusting, but it's still not.
Why is it disgusting?
Because I don't know. Why does anything disgust you? It's a completely subjective.
So according to you then, so with me thinking somebody having sex with another guy's backside is disgusting is relevant then? It's fair?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say I like it. I think it's great.
No. But I said, you asked me about it, isn't it? And I said it's unnatural. And you said...
Is it unnatural?
Do you believe it's natural or unnatural?
How are we going to define natural? It seems that about 15% of...
Do you believe the anus was designed to have objects thrust into the back of it?
I don't think it was...
I'm being straight, sorry, forgive me, man. Men talk.
I don't know. I mean, was a mouth designed to have a penis go into it?
No, but does a penis going in a mouth damage the mouth?
Don't think so.
Does a penis going in someone's backside damage their backside?
It might do. I don't know. I never...
Well, I'll give you a term, butt plug.
All right. So there you go.
Sorry. So the point here is this.
So basically, this is...
So the point here is this. So the point here is this.
Is that your argument? You want to protect the person to have a good anus?
I want to protect the individual from themselves. Okay. I want to protect society, and I want to protect society from the individual, and the individual from society. It's a three-way thing here. So if someone wants to kill themselves, we want to protect them from killing themselves. If someone wants to corrupt society, we want to protect society from their corruption. If society wants to abuse somebody, we need to protect the person from the society.
Okay,
so all of these things.
Besides the anus problem, is there anything else wrong with me? So you brought up one that you're trying to protect them.
No. I'm saying personally, I think I don't think it's natural. The reason being is if everyone was gay, I believe a society wouldn't function.
The things we found through
procreation.
But everyone isn't gay.
No, I know. I understand that.
10 to 15% of people prefer to be with the same sex, and we find it in other mammals.
Say it again.
So
yeah, but
I'm not sure what you mean by unnatural. I mean, if you mean it never occurs or it shouldn't.
Well, the idea about see, the question is this: do animals do it when there's females about, or is it only when or should I say, if the dominant male has taken all the females and they're only left to exercise their way that way?
From what I've heard, they have long-term homosexual relationships,
and they ignore females.
Yes.
I don't know about that. Anyway, we're not animals either.
Yeah,
and here's the thing as well. You know what Allah says in the Quran? I think it's in the Quran. Or it's in the Hadith. I don't know where it is. But here's a teaching of Islam. I'll give it that way. We're told that a Muslim, or a human being, should I say? I don't say Muslim. I say human being, can become lower than the animals and higher than the angels.
Okay.
Right? And the reason for this is that an animal does what an animal does and it has no choice in the matter. And an angel does what an angel does and has no choice in the matter.
Right.
But a human being chooses.
Right.
So if a human being does what an animal does, it becomes lower than the animal because it's chosen to do the animal's action. And if a human being...
Sure, I agree with that.
Well, I'm telling you what it is. You have to agree with it. And the human being can choose to worship God and praise God and glorify God and become higher than the angels because the angel has to glorify God where a man doesn't have to. So a human being has the choice. You can become higher than the angels or lower than the animals. It's entirely up to you. Do you get me?
Yes.
So for me, I don't believe homosexuality is practical for a society. That doesn't mean I will discriminate and abuse people who are like that.
I would like to explore what practical means. We've identified one
procreation
area that causes harm.
Birth rates, procreation.
So you're worried about people not procreating enough?
Well, of course.
What if people want to get married and don't have children? There's plenty of people that don't have children.
Okay, Islam encourages marriage and children.
So does everybody.
No, Islam we're in the paradigm here of the teachings of Islam, and the creator of the heavens and earth tells us to get married and have children.
Right.
Therefore, because
I'm not sure. I think you might do that outside of Islam as well. You might arrive at that conclusion.
no. But we're talking about the paradigm of Islam. I'm talking about it ticks every box. So once you throw homosexuality into the equation, yeah, for me, it messes that up.
Yeah, but not everyone gets married.
No, I know. Look, we're told as Muslims that
There's
marriage.
always exceptions to that.
Agreed.
You're saying you don't want any
Don't worry,
exceptions to
us Muslims are having 4 or 5 kids. Don't worry, we can cover them. So the point is,
I'm just trying to. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
stick you with it. I just
you
want
can
to clarify.
Yeah.
Do you think everyone should get married and have
I'll make it.
exclusive?
I'll make
To
it.
me, there's most people. Do.
I'll make it easy for you.
Some people don't.
Let me make it easy for you.
Part of the people that don't engage in
All right.
homosexual
Ken,
relationships.
I'll make it easy for you. I believe sex should be confined to marriage. That's it. So of course you don't get married.
Wanking.
We don't agree with that. Sex is for marriage.
Can I ask, if you had an Islamic
wanking a sin?
society,
I won't even go into that.
if you had an Islamic society, would
I don't know how
sex
detailed it
outside
is.
marriage
We're told that if a man hasn't got married, he should fast to control his sexual urges.
Would, in Islamic society, would sex outside marriage be illegal, or just all the Muslims wouldn't do it? If they thought, do you see what I mean? Would that be a rule?
Okay, the only caveat, obviously, outside of marriage is captives of war, isn't it? But
No, what I mean is, if this is an Islamic society,
Right.
would it be illegal to, say, have sex outside marriage?
yes,
What would the punishment for it?
it's adultery, isn't it?
Yeah, death.
It's just in public. In public. It's got to be public, isn't it?
Well, say,
I'll make it easy for you. You know this Brunei thing? Do you know what they've just outlawed?
yeah.
Dogging. That's what's been outlawed. Dogging.
I mean, I'm not a fan of dogging.
No, I know, but there are people. No, but the point here is that yeah, it's deterrent, isn't it? It's to stop it.
You're kidding yourself. And there's homosexuals who are going to be rounded up and killed.
No, whoa, what are you talking about, homos? You can't be rounded up because you might walk a bit funny or talk a bit funny. You have to be having penetrative sex in public with 4 witnesses.
Yeah, but talking about Brunei, that's not what's going to happen.
Well, what's going to happen?
Your idea that
second.
only public sex is illegal.
So which teaching of Islam says what you say? Which part of Sharia law allows
No,
this?
I just want to
what
say, I don't think I've ever seen public sex anywhere.
Yes.
No, that's a good thing, isn't it?
On the globe. No, but I'm just saying it's an issue of contention. I don't think it's a concern for anyone, whether they're Islamic or not. I've never seen it. So you could never judge either a homosexual act or an adulterous act based on public display.
No, you could never apply the
However, we do
no,
charge people
well, you
with
could never apply the punishment of death on somebody for accusing them of being gay.
But they
you
do.
can't just say, "Oh, look, he's walking a bit funny. Let's throw him off a building." You can't do
That's
this.
fine, but people do.
No, but you can't. Yeah, all right.
I mean, it's if I were to say it's quite
No, but all I can say to you,
in some places in the world.
no, I'll say it again to you. If someone's doing what they do with behind their closed doors, it's nobody's business.
Okay, so we agree on that.
Oh, and that's Islam. So it's basically if that's how you're inclined, do your thing, but please don't involve us.
I'm exploring what. So why is it suggested that it's common to kill homosexuals in Islamic countries? Why is that?
I think the majority of the time this is
Is that media hype, or does it?
yeah, I would say that and Islamophobes, yes.
So does it happen with some?
Listen,
kind of
I'll say it again
or is it
to
a
you.
Complete one-off.
You do not judge Islam by the actions of Muslims.
I agree with that.
You judge a Muslim by the teachings of Islam.
I agree.
So when you see somebody doing this thing and you compare it to what Islam teaches, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, obviously, let's put it this way. If the entire Middle East were stoning people, which we know is not the case, if they were, and you were telling me, no, this is what Islam teaches, they just have it wrong, I would be like, are you sure that you just haven't read it the way they do? Because clearly it's I don't think I'm saying anything.
You will not find.
People have
I do not
different-
believe. Do not believe you'll find one Muslim scholar who says you can stone someone by accusing them of being gay. I don't believe you'll find that.
All right.
Yeah, because everything we believe.
What your email address is, I'm going to go scour you.
I'll give it to you.
Sure.
I'll give it to you.
You know,
Ken, I'll give it to you.
You know as well as I do that if you spend enough time on
I'll tell you what I'll do, Ken. Ken.
saying the most incredible.
Do you know if you bring a scholar saying that, do you know what my next question is going to be?
What?
Why does he believe that? And then I'm going to look at his sources and what's supporting him. And there's nothing.
I'm fine with that. I was just.
No, but there's nothing.
This isn't a major issue of contention.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing on the
you to put that challenge up because I think you can.
No. I'll say it again to you.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Let me give you.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to give a caveat. I'm going to give a caveat. Let me give a caveat. Sorry. You're right. You are right. You will not find a Muslim scholar anywhere in the world saying you can kill a homosexual just because you accuse them of being one with justification. There's my caveat. So he can say it, but he can't justify it. That's what I'll say.
Great cases where 4 people could sneak onto a balcony and observe 2 men having sex. Potentially, yeah. Especially if they wanted.
But they'd have to be, first thing, they'd have to be Muslims.
Yeah.
And second thing, they have to be practicing Muslims.
Yeah.
And third thing, no practicing Muslim men are going to go and view 2 men having sex.
No, they might, because if they don't like homosexuals or they don't like these particular homosexuals,
But they're not
they
good.
might think,
But in Islam,
"Next one, you know,
but in Islam,
it's
it's prohibited to see such actions.
You can't spy, you're not allowed to spy.
You can't say he's a practicing Muslim and then he's spying and looking at people having sex.
No, but he's
That means he's not a practicing Muslim because Islam prohibits that.
now,
then the whole prohibition becomes nonsensical. I mean, why not even say, yeah, everyone can be gay? I mean, why not just say public sex is illegal, but don't worry
But it
about
does.
being gay?
Fornication,
Yeah.
adultery, and homosexual
No, I think
sex.
okay, I don't agree with you, but
No, I'm saying to you what it
It's a
says.
different problem. I know we're throwing lots of problems at you, but this is another one. If a person were gay,
Long time no see.
you were saying that Islam is the best way of life.
Yeah.
But if someone were
Yeah.
like absolutely gay, some people are,
Yeah.
could only be happy in a same-sex relationship,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be happy under Islam.
Well, that's their test.
Okay, yes, but that's sort of different.
There are some people born. No. But here's the thing. You see, if you're saying it's natural to be born loving the same sex, it's a claim. All right.
well, we have to unpack what you mean by natural. Obviously, it's not the majority.
Okay.
It does happen.
Okay. Do you think it's a biological thing then?
It seems to be.
It seems to be. But the paedophiles are using the same argument.
Yeah, but pedophilia does harm. That's not.
No,
consensual.
but that's their claim.
Pedophilia is.
No, but that's their feelings. So you're saying.
We're not talking about. That's why I asked you before. what the problem
No, I
is.
say I am.
And you cited one instance.
No.
Of self-harm,
No. Because what you just brought up, people's feelings and sexual urges. So I'm saying to you.
When did I say that?
No.
I think it was
Was it you? Sorry, Ken. Yeah. So basically, Andy just said that what if somebody's born gay and they can't get rid of that frustration?
It's not a frustration. It's
An urge.
You want to,
Yeah.
You want to love somebody.
Yeah.
In a physical way.
Yeah.
It's common for all of us to feel that.
Right.
And if you felt it for a man and you didn't get it, everyone here knows what it's like if you're by yourself and you don't have any
I agree.
physical.
So then, right. I understand the principle. So the man is born and he's attracted to men and he can't get he wants his feelings to be attracted to get out of his thing, yeah, right? And then there are people claiming they're born attracted to children.
Yeah, I hear you. And
Right. So just as no, right. So just
I feel bad for
agreed.
people who are attracted to children.
Agreed. So just as they would have to suppress their urges, as would that.
Yeah, but
Is it their fault they're born attracted to children?
you missed the point.
Sorry, forgive me.
Is if it didn't do any harm, if we lived in some
Define
world
harm.
where-
Define harm.
Huh?
Define harm.
It could be physical, it could be actual pain, it could be mental.
Right.
I mean, I don't have to. I don't have to explain to you all the children that grow up having been abused as a kid and are become suicidal or in absolute basket cases because someone.
Well, I believe most sex offenders were abused themselves. To be honest.
Yeah, it's possible. So
Yeah.
we know what that. So there's one thing, and then there's another thing where guys are in a loving relationship and it's making their life better. So one case causes
No, but it
a
doesn't change the
lifetime
urges.
of
Yeah.
psychological issues and possible some physical harm, and the other causes joy. So that's where I'm drawn.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, but you can't then remove the urges. The urges is the same.
The urges are the same.
So they have to
I
suppress.
concede that.
So we believe they suppress their urges.
You have to suppress your
What about a guy who's born so ugly that he can't find a wife?
That has nothing to do with being a homosexual.
No, but it's the same principle. What does he do? How does he get his urges out? He loves women, and no woman's attracted to him.
What are you saying? Because there's some people who can't have sex, you want to deny other people?
No. What I'm saying is this: you brought up Andy brought up the idea that if someone's born and they can't get out how they feel, so he's attracted to a man and he can't exercise that. Yeah,
I'm not sure what to do with an ugly person.
same principle, isn't it?
I mean, we could have prostitution, I guess.
Right, and that's prohibited in
That's
Islam.
one reason to legalize prostitution.
That's prohibited in Islam again. Yeah. So here's the thing. See, in Islam, we look past that.
I mean,
Anyway.
I don't know what to do for you if someone's ugly and can't get laid.
Okay.
I'm just saying they should have the right.
All I'm saying to you is this: if you believe people are born homosexual, then you have to understand why you reject the idea that people are born attracted to children.
I don't.
You don't.
I accept both cases.
So you believe then that the one attracted to children is a victim.
I don't really want to go down this road.
I know it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, it is horrible.
I know.
I mean, I would say, if you were to give me the proposition that you were born.
I'm not that excited talking about gay people, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. If you're
Get me?
born.
But I'm no homophobe.
If you were born in a way where you're completely unsatisfied unless you do something that's horrible, then I don't think none of us have to really reach to say, in some way I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
I mean, but we don't think of that part. We just see the doing the harm part, and we think which is, the part that disturbs us.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying, if you're doing a Lady Gaga on the homosexual, then you have to accept the Lady Gaga on the paedophile, born this way.
I don't have to accept the paedophile for the reason that...
No, but if that's the way they're born, what are you going to do?
Well, if that's the way they're born, yes, we might
so what do you do?
sympathize in some...
Give them dolls?
Huh? I don't know what to do. I didn't say I had
No, what would they have to do? They'd have to suppress their urge.
Whether they really had sex robots, that would be an interesting...
Could have sex Andy, you're taking this conversation into the gutter.
The point was...
You're talking about child sex robots now. No, but it is true. No child is harmed. Anyway.
The point was, people are born with these things.
Yeah.
And so you said...
Do you think being born attracted to children is natural?
You can do it.
Do you believe?
can do it if it doesn't cost
Do you believe
money.
being born attracted to children is natural?
Again, I would say, what do you mean by natural? It seems to occur an awful lot.
Do you think it's natural?
Seems to
Is it the norm?
I don't like it. It causes harm. It seems to occur. What do you want me to do? You want me to give bio?
No. I would say it's unnatural.
Huh?
I would say it's something that's gone wrong.
It's certainly not advantageous or desirable.
No, but I would say it's
I would say
unnatural.
that.
But I would use the term unnatural.
That's a better descriptor than saying it's not natural. It is natural. It's not desirable or advantageous.
You can say it's happened as a result of a natural occurrence, but you can't say the actual thing is natural. Okay, if a baby's born with leukemia, is that natural?
Say it's not advantageous.
I'll give you an example. If a baby's born with leukemia, is that natural? We know that leukemia is natural.
It's not the normal case.
Right. So we know leukemia is a natural phenomenon.
That's all I said is we have to define natural. I mean, is that...
What is Mike coming for?
Is it normal and does it, create a viable organism?
No. The point is, no. What I'm saying to you is this: the leukemia is natural, but it's not normal for a baby to be born with leukemia.
It doesn't create a viable, if
No, is it no? Maybe the word I should use is normal.
I think advantageous or disadvantageous.
No, I think you're right. I think you're hiding behind the word natural. Okay. Is it normal for a baby to be born with leukemia?
It's not normal.
Is it normal for a man to be born attracted to children?
It's not. The majority of us are not born that way. So no.
Not more, right? And is it normal that a man or a woman should be attracted to the same sex?
Yeah, we were talking about majority.
It is normal.
It's into the same thing. It's not normal.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not normal, but it is natural.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's what I'm saying to you.
And with great frequency.
It's good. I will never ever use natural anymore. I'll use normal.
I mean, I haven't seen how many people are pedophiles in terms of percentage. I would guess that it's much lower than the homosexuals.
People aren't inherently People don't inherently believe in God either. It's not normal.
When did you choose
what do you
Right?
mean?
You choose,
to be
you get
straight?
indoctrinated into believing in something, right? So it's not normal.
Indoctrinated.
When a baby's born,
Right.
they don't believe in anything,
Right, I agree.
right? Until they're
I agree.
older.
That's not true. What you
So
said,
you're
do you
saying,
agree?
You're
What
saying
about
it's
fitra?
not normal.
Sorry?
What fitra?
But if we're talking about what's normal, if
No,
a
a
baby
baby-
grows up without influence,
Sorry. You guys together?
yeah.
Right, so you just said something which I agreed with, but you don't agree with it.
No, I don't agree with you.
All right,
because
all
you
right.
contradicted yourself.
Remind me what she said.
That you-
Remind me what she just said.
A baby isn't born believing in something.
Right, and I said I agree.
Right.
And then what did you say?
What is fitra?
Fitra is the natural innateness, the natural state.
Innate disposition to believe.
Innate disposition.
Okay.
exists.
What's your, what's your name, my friend? What's your name, my friend? What's your name, my friend?
I think it's
Dan.
I think it's language. That's why I was trying to.
Do you know belief is the acceptance of something to be true?
Yeah.
We're not going the path
But I
of
mean,
belief
like,
and knowledge because you don't say
in terms
belief, you
of
say accept.
homosexuality,
No. Do you believe that though?
It is normal.
Do you believe that or not?
Hold on, brother. We talked about.
Do you believe that or
We
not?
talked about that. You think that like Muslims,
No.
You think
can't.
You think
No. Sorry, Dan. What's your name?
It doesn't matter.
Come on, give me a name. Kate here, right? She said, is it normal for a baby born believing in God? We're using the word believing, yeah?
Yeah.
Say that again.
She said, is it normal for a
it's not.
baby to be born
It's not
believing in
natural.
God?
Like you
Oh,
said,
sorry.
it's
Choose to
not
be straight.
natural.
That's
Can I say it again to you? Can I say it again to you? Kate here said, is it normal for a baby to be born believing in God?
I'm just using the language that you were saying about it's not normal to
No,
be born with leukemia.
Did you say,
It's natural.
are they the words you use? Are they the words you used or not?
Yeah. But
Right.
I'm using your language. based
No.
on what you were saying before.
No. Kate, listen. You said.
Yeah.
No, I've not changed nothing, Dan. Kate here said. Is it normal for babies to be born believing in God? Didn't you?
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not-
Hold that thought.
it's not a natural
Hold
thing.
that thought.
Right.
We're not answering the question yet.
Yeah.
We're understanding and hearing the question. Now, I responded to the question. I agree. Babies are not born believing anything.
Right.
I agree. And then he said, what about fitra? Right. Fitra has got nothing to do with belief.
Then
So it's not a contradiction. What do you mean then? So you're wrong what you just said. So anyway,
Then if it's not belief, then what is it?
it's an innate disposition. Fitra is when a salmon knows to swim upstream. Yeah? Fitra is when a baby knows to go to the mother's teats. This is fitra. Yeah? Belief.
Talking about fitra in the sense of believing in God, not
No.
things that babies know how to do, like grab-
See what it is, Dan? You tried to be clever. Just relax. Kate asked a simple question.
so I'm
Is
not saying
it?
anything.
Thank you. Kate asked a simple question. Is it normal for babies to be believing in God? No, it's not. What's your point?
But what the same point that you made.
What
about
point did I
is it
make?
Normal or natural to be born attracted to the same sex? Is it normal?
No,
or
I don't believe it is,
natural
no.
to be- right. So I'm applying the same logic that you're applying about being normal or natural, but it's a naturally occurring thing. Right?
Yeah. So
It naturally
what's
occurs.
naturally occurring?
What happens with leukemia? Being born with leukemia, there's no influence. It happens naturally.
Yeah, but we just.
Right? But so
Kate,
religion.
The problem you've got is this. You see, you've heard the end of a conversation. I'll tell you, Kate. These guys will confirm it. Kate, you just heard the end. Because Ken here just made me change the term natural to normal, which I have no issue with. And I just said to Ken, I will never use the term natural again because you're right. Natural implies a natural occurrence. It happened naturally.
just
So I have no issue with it. Normal. Something's normal and something's abnormal. Something's this thing, the way and not the way. So is a baby being born with leukemia a normal way for a baby to be born?
I would say if you take the percentage of how many children are born, I don't know the statistic on it. It must be normal because there is naturally occurring things that happen.
No.
Natural at first.
Is it normal for babies to be born with leukemia? It's a very
I
simple
don't know
question.
the percentage of babies that are born with leukemia. So if it's 1 in 100, then it's pretty normal.
All right.
Right? Am I right? If it's 1 in 100.
Well, that's not normal, is it? How's that normal?
Compared to
again,
1 in
but
however
the
many are
difference
born.
If it's 1 in 2, it's normal.
The difference between natural and normal
So
in
I
your
would
sense
argue that-
is that natural is something naturally occurring in
That's what
nature.
we've just discovered.
But nature, but normal I think is more of like a social construct. What
Yeah.
considered normal in certain
What we
societies
see the
isn't normal.
most.
So
What
you
we
can say,
see
is
the
it normal
most.
that this is born that way, this much? I'm like, you can ask that question. That question
Right.
doesn't make sense.
So if-
Well, no.
Normal isn't the right word to use about
No disrespect, Dan. No disrespect, Dan. Okay, we was having a conversation about something, and I just realised the caveat of natural and normal and the differentiation they make. Because if you use the word natural, you could be referring to natural occurrences. I have no issue with it. But is it normal for it naturally to occur? And the answer is no, it's not. A baby is not expected to be born with leukemia. If it happens, it's something disastrous. It's something that, oh my, what happened?
Not expected because we as humans.
What was the cause of it? And your parents start looking at, where do we live? Is there anything near us that might have caused it? What influence? What have you been doing when you were pregnant? All of these things will come into account. This is what happens, right? So it's not a normal occurrence. Yeah? That's it. It's a very simple process. No, you don't have to agree. I'm not asking you to agree with me.
Don't agree, yeah.
We was talking about homosexuality. Is it normal for human beings to be homosexual?
So I would say it's even more normal than a baby being born with leukemia because there's more odds.
I would say that it's
Why?
Yeah. So it is probably more like.
All right. Is it normal for a man?
Okay. Or 1 in 4,
Is it normal
not
for?
1 in 100.
Is it normal for an adult to be attracted to children?
I would say based on our social construct and how not prevalent it is.
It is prevalent.
I don't think it's that prevalent.
What? Paedophilia?
Yeah.
Are you saying that pedophilia is prevalent in our society?
More
Yes.
prevalent?
Yes, I am.
What?
Why? Why are you laughing? What are you talking about? Sex tourists going to Philippines? Seeing with kids? There's been on the dark web. There's been sickos.
let's say there's many pedophiles as homosexuals.
So the whole principle is this: I don't believe.
And also, how do you make the jump between what's the two consenting adults loving each other and pedophilia? That's like a jump that you made.
Okay.
An emotional.
So you say. Oh, you just fell in the trap. Dan, do you believe it's okay for two consenting adults to have sex with each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a brother can have sex with his brother and it's not a problem?
Well, in family it's different. You don't,
Why is it different?
You don't make the distinction.
Why not?
You're like a boy. Yeah, that's gross. Any other distinction?
No.
Doesn't make
Two
sense.
consenting adults. A mother has sex with her daughter. Is that okay with you?
Say that again.
A mother has sex with her daughter. Is that okay with you? Two consenting adults.
Do I have to watch?
Why not now? Two consenting adults.
Because they produce children.
No, two women, mother and daughter. You just said it's okay for two consenting adults who love each other to do this thing.
Yeah.
So if a mother has sex with her daughter, according to your principle, it's okay.
How did you make that jump? No, I don't think that's okay as well.
Allahu Akbar. Beautiful. See, she just said exactly what I was asking you guys. What's your moral anchor to determine what is normal and what is abnormal? What is right?
Most societies deem this to be not a moral thing to do.
Right.
Right.
So the point here is this: you can't, in one case, say two adults having consensual sex is okay. Yet when I give you another circumstance of two adults having sex, then it's not okay.
Because it's not the same. The only thing that's different
Is the social construct.
No, it's that the two adults. No. But you don't take any other factor into account.
What do you mean?
There's biological reasons
Well,
behind it
You're
as
like, these are two
Well, a
adults,
woman
and
having sex with a daughter. What's her biological reasons?
Let's see if we can get past this.
Yeah.
So
No. A woman having sex with her daughter, there is no child.
daughter relationship.
Child.
Yeah, but the child's 35 and the mother's 52.
There's other emotional connections
Right.
that's taking advantage. There's an imbalance of power. There's other issues.
Right. But the point here is this: you said two consenting adults having sex is okay. Sorry, Ken.
So two consenting.
Oh my God, this conversation. I hate talking about this.
We can probably all agree that it's not normal and it's pretty.
I don't know what you're laughing at, Dan.
It's pretty gross. We wouldn't participate in it. Other than that, if someone wants to do that in their house, do I care? Not really.
We've had this conversation.
You care.
We've had this conversation. I don't care.
Why is the mom shagging the child?
I don't care. It's none of my business.
It's none of my business either.
Right.
It's weird and it's gross.
Right.
I might not be friends.
Right. So exactly as you feel about the mother and daughter, I can feel the same about two men. What's the difference?
No problem with your feelings.
No, but Kate had a problem.
Huh?
Kate had a problem.
I mean, I don't particularly like the idea of it. But
Me neither. I don't like. But I will go deeper. I don't like the idea of two men.
yeah, but that being said, I know.
But it's none of my business.
I know plenty of gay.
But it only becomes my business. It only becomes my business. Listen, it only becomes my business when I believe you try and teach my children this. You indoctrinate my children into
What
this.
you teach your children.
That's
is
what I have a
exactly
problem with.
what we said is that these people are whatever they do in their bedroom is none of our business.
No. Well, I don't want my children to think this is a normal thing, because people have crushes on people of the same sex when they're young. It happens. They look to a peer and they wow, and they might mistake. Oh, well, maybe I'm this, and maybe I'm confusing the child and such. You know what I'm saying?
Where you're going with this?
But the thing is that caveat is all of this is I have a moral anchor to measure everything against.
People are trying to teach them that it's normal. It's trying to teach them that they're not.
I'll give you an example. Men marry men.
Yeah.
And what was the one-liner? If two men love each other, why should they be able to get married? Yeah. Now my daughter reads a school book, Mr. and Mr. Ben, because it's normal now.
Yeah.
And for me, and my moral anchor, it isn't normal. Now. That doesn't mean
You can teach your children.
But Ken, we don't talk to our children about that stuff. My children, we don't talk about sex and this stuff. Yeah. Here's the thing, you see. I don't have to accept it to be okay, but that doesn't mean I discriminate against that person, or I'm aggressive to them, or I think they should be punished. Their business is their business.
That's right.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. But you guys are trying to challenge my feelings.
Not necessarily. I mean,
And then when it got turned on you guys with the incest and the paedophilia, then you got a little bit uncomfortable.
I said I have the same feelings about all of them.
Yeah.
They're not things that I want to do, and I find them.
And even the homosexual as well?
Yeah, that's not something I would have participated in. That's gross.
You don't have to want to participate. I don't want to participate in it either. And you said the same thing. It's gross. The actual action that, it was illegal. It was a capital offence in England.
The great thing for me is it happens in someone's bedroom, and I never have to know about it.
Ken, I totally agree.
All right, Nick.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
I don't think we're going anywhere with that. That was getting too deep, man.
Yeah.
The images were left in people's minds. All right, shall I just... But thank you for the conversation.
No.
I don't even know what to say to the camera, man. All right, that was Andy and Ken. He brought a sixth variable. He was saying that Muhammad Sallallahu was a mystic, and he got this information from passing Jews and Christians. And he picked up some information. Well, he said there's no science in the Quran, Andy. He believes the first cause is a singularity and it has no conscience and it's just chain reactions, which is fine. So, as Andy agreed, when he believed the cause of the universe was a singularity and a chain reaction, and me believing it was a first cause conscious creator, he couldn't challenge that. Our stances were impassed. But when I brought in Muhammad Sallallahu as my extra evidence, now this is another story. When I'm showing that Muhammad claims to be a messenger of this cause, and then we got into what he taught, and then we got into the morals of society, and then we spoke about homosexuals, and I don't like doing that, and I have to say this again, I got to discriminate against nobody. Do what you want to do, but the reality is I don't have to like it. And with regards to the Brunei thing, it had to get brought up. It's all about public sex, whether it's fornication, adultery, or gay sex. It's adultery, it's fornication in public, dogging, that's what's been prohibited in Brunei. Yeah, and then we started talking about the natural idea of the Lady Gaga born this way, homosexual born, but then paedophiles are born the same way. And then they tried to say that, two loving adults, and I get it, but then why can't a brother have sex with his brother then, according to your standard, if they're two loving adults? When you talk about that stuff, you don't like it, but because society's normalised the other thing, then it's fine. And like I said to you, please don't start calling me homophobic, this or the other. You guys do what you want to do, just please leave me and my children out of it. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum.